The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across Leo's small bedroom, painting stripes of gold and grey on the worn rug. 10-year-old Leo sat cross-legged, his brow furrowed with worry as he gently stroked the soft, matted fur of Clementine, his ginger tabby cat. Clementine lay still on his lap, her usual vibrant purr reduced to a shallow, raspy breath. Usually, Clementine was a whirlwind of playful energy, chasing dust bunnies like tiny tigers and scaling the curtains with surprising agility. Her loud, demanding meows at breakfast were as much a part of Leo's morning routine as brushing his teeth. But for the past few days, a heavy silence had fallen over their little apartment. Clementine had lost her appetite, her bright green eyes were cloudy, and her once glossy coat now looked dull and lifeless. Leo remembered the day his dad had brought Clementine home, a tiny ball of fluff no bigger than his palm. He'd named her after his favorite orange, and she had been his constant companion ever since, a silent confidant who listened patiently to his school stories and secret dreams. They had explored the nearby park together, Clementine perched comfortably on his shoulders, and spent countless evenings curled up on the sofa, sharing stories on the television screen. Now, the weight of Clementine's stillness felt heavy on Leo's small frame. He had tried everything he could think of, offering her favorite tuna, coaxing her with gentle whispers, even singing the silly songs he usually reserved for bath time. But Clementine remained unresponsive, her small body fragile and weak. His mom had taken Clementine to the vet yesterday, and the news hadn't been good. The vet had spoken in hushed tones about an infection and the need for medication. Leo had watched, his heart sinking, as the vet administered a shot and handed over a small bottle of pills. Administering the medicine was a challenge. Clementine, usually so docile, would resist, her weak claws scratching at Leo's hands. But Leo persisted, his love and concern outweighing his fear of being scratched. He would gently hold her, whispering soothing words, until she swallowed the tiny pill hidden in a dab of her favorite salmon paste. Days blurred into nights filled with worry. Leo would check on Clementine constantly, his sleep punctuated by her soft whimpers. He'd sit beside her, reading aloud from his favorite adventure books, hoping the sound of his voice would somehow comfort her. He even built her a cozy nest of blankets in a sunny corner of his room, hoping the warmth would help her heal. One afternoon, as Leo sat stroking Clementine, he felt a faint rumble beneath his fingertips. It was soft, barely perceptible, but it was there. Clementine was purring. Leo held his breath, his eyes wide with hope. He continued to stroke her gently, and the purr grew a little louder, a little stronger. Over the next few days, a slow but steady change began to occur. Clementine started to eat small amounts of food. Her eyes seemed a little brighter, and she even managed a weak meow when Leo entered the room. The purr became a more frequent and familiar sound. One sunny morning, Leo woke up to find Clementine nudging his hand with her head. She wobbled slightly, but she was on her feet. Leo scooped her up in a gentle hug, burying his face in her soft fur, tears of relief welling up in his eyes. Clementine wasn't completely back to her old self yet. She was still weak and needed her medication, but the spark had returned to her eyes. The silence in their apartment was slowly being replaced by the comforting rhythm of her purr. Leo knew that Clementine's recovery would take time, but as he watched her tentatively chase a sunbeam across the floor, a wave of warmth washed over him. He had faced his fear and helplessness with love and patience, and his faithful companion was slowly finding her way back to him. And in that moment, Leo understood that the bond they shared was stronger than any illness, a silent promise of unwavering companionship.